Okay, well, this is one of our ball pythons, Cleopatra. A little smaller than she should be. She was off food for about 7 weeks, and she was basically one of the hardest strikers we had. Never really saw ball python do that too much. And she used to do this when we were feeding her a while ago until she went off the food. But you basically see that she's stalking every move that I'm doing. And I wasn't planning on feeding her, but because she hasn't eaten a crazy amount in the last little while, I'm going to offer this to her. Because I'm almost certain she's going to eat it. I do need to clean the cage, but still. Whew. Yep, she's eating it. Like I said, very, very odd how they do this, and you see how fast that was. She wasn't messing around. So she was off for about 7 weeks. She ate for the next 2 weeks, went off for about 2 weeks, and now she's eaten the last 2 weeks in a row. So it's really kind of unpredictable for these guys. It's kind of a gross shot. I won't show you that. She kind of has a bit of guts coming out there, but I'm just glad that she's eating again. Like I said, she's one of the best feeders that we did have. We got a little more weight onto her, but always glad when she does strike. Again, just normal ball python female, and I don't think she'll be ready for next year. We do have one that definitely will be, but we're gonna put the food into her and hopefully get her up to weight by then. But we're not really, keeping our fingers crossed, basically. Okay, guys. Surely, last but not least, this is our one of our newer ball pythons. This is actually a spider morph. And what I've been doing recently is actually check out this, what he's doing here. That's basically, you see the head movement. You can almost twist back on itself. Basically called the spider wobble. Now, myself, let's see if you want something to eat here first. You see how he's doing that. Now, from what I've seen, it's not like the worst case that he has, but it's still pretty bad. I've been reading up a lot the last little while on this, and the only thing that I had a problem with it, because I didn't know at the time, I wasn't told that he had it. Not that it's really a big issue, but when I first saw what he was doing, I was freaking out, because basically it is like a defective gene that the spider carries. And from what I've looked up, we're doing a bunch of research, is that pretty much all spiders show some sign of this. Whether it be to his degree, where he can basically flip over on his, basically invert his head, basically, to some I've seen on the internet where they're swinging back and forth, and something I've never really seen before, to be honest. But there's a lot of debate on whether people, want to, or say reputable breeders, quote unquote, actually breed these guys, or if they should, or what they should do with them. But it's like, you know what, myself, this being my first morph that I've had, I'll back him up here so you can kind of see what he's doing. He's a wicked snake. Never any problems eating. Whether he strikes or not, he always eats it anyways, whether I have to leave it in or if he strikes at it, which he has several times. And if you go through and look basically at how many morphs come from this guy, there's got to be something okay with doing this. Of course you have your bumblebees right off the bat, spinners, spinner blasts, there are some more that I can't think of the names right now, but there's a ton of stuff that comes from this guy. And so you think if everyone else is doing it, I mean, see how he's doing it right there? So he's like way over on his side. And that's basically what he does when he becomes really active. As it doesn't seem to affect his eating habits or anything like that. It just looks kind of crazy, and people get really scared when they first see it. And of course, so do I, or so did I should say, when I first saw it. But after contacting the breeder, she let me know what it was. Did my own research and came up and it wasn't really that bad of an issue. Some people say that normals can show this as well. Not just spiders, but some normals. It just shows up more in spiders because of the defective gene that they have. But like I said, some people say, "Oh, you shouldn't breed it. You shouldn't breed it." I don't know. I don't really see a problem with it, to be honest. Like I said, there's so many different people who breed spiders, who have them, put them into different morphs, and if they're all doing it and you don't see any too many traits leading into like death or anything like that, I don't think it should be too much of an issue, to be honest. Some people say it's like, oh, you shouldn't say that. As long as people are notified of what it is, whether it be a little pamphlet next to the snake when you're selling them, or just telling them outright what it is and what it does. Not that it affects the snake too much. Like I said, if it wasn't eating or showed signs of weight loss and all that kind of stuff, then you'd be kind of concerned. But you actually don't really. Again, I keep going back. I keep doing my own research, and everything seems fine. Not a lot of people have had any issues with them not feeding. I mean, besides being a regular ball python sometimes, but still strike, still eat well, and still breed well. So it's kind of my 2 cents on it there. I can kind of see why people do get upset about it, because it is a gene deficiency. But at the same time, if it's not affecting the snake really at all, then I don't think you'd really have to worry about it too much. I'm pretty sure we do plan on breeding this guy. Some of the arguments that are out there say that they'll just kind of produce all wobble or wobblehead snakes, but at the same time, they don't always pass it down. So I'm not too sure on the mother on this one, if it was a wobbler. Like I said, I wasn't really told that this guy was, and he didn't do it when I was picking him up at the Halifax show last year. But I'm not really too bothered by it, and he's really not affected by it because he's tripled his size since I've had him. So hopefully he will be ready to go next year, and we'll put him with, probably just a normal, and hopefully get 50% of each come out, if we're lucky. But that's kind of my 2 cents on it. You can kind of reply back if you want on your whole spider issues or what you think of it. But again, I don't think it's too much of an issue. If it was affecting them health-wise, I probably would, and probably would have never took the snake in the first place. But it's actually not that bad. So do some research on it and let me know what you think. And as for pretty much the end of the video here now, like I said, Corn female to Corn male. He pretty much wrecked his cage already. It's going to happen in the next couple weeks, so we're pretty excited, guys. Please keep checking back the website. I'm going to try to keep a blog updated, and of course here on Facebook and YouTube as well. Try to put some news on when we might have some babies in the near future. All right, thanks for watching.